Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode, recording. I'm calling them recordings, I swear, I'm gonna train myself to do that, of Hearthstone. Uh, you probably haven't seen the reason why have renewed my efforts here as we go into, let's go with a rogue game. Uh, I've been doing Telltale games, covering Telltale games, and as I was recording it, I have been saying they really shouldn't call their episodes of the season an episode because it isn't a complete story. But then I thought to myself, and I hadn't really put this through my head, which kind of goes to show that I don't think things through before I say things enough. My recordings, which I call episodes, are in not really complete stories either. They are cumulative. I kind of want you to watch them all and get the whole picture from a game, particularly if it's a story game where we go from the beginning to the end, and not a game like this where this in a lot of ways could be considered an episode a lot more than
feed the fish like the lubber.
Than other than the other recordings. So if I'm gonna hold Hearthstone to the thing and say that they should call their episodes chapters, because really they are chapters in my belief, then I need to also hold myself to the same standard and say, well, if that's the case, I should also have
What you got there?
follow that same rule and not call my episodes because they're not complete stories. Arguably, maybe I could call a season a chapter, or maybe I could even call a specific recording a chapter, but I don't think that's as accurate either. I think I need to call my recordings recordings, because nobody in video game world is probably ever going to call their game recording. Summon this guy. If I hit this, well, either one works. When you have either weapon, give it +1. So if this guy stays alive, I can summon this and summon this. That would be great. And that should work. Poison blade. I want to get this out pretty soon, too. But let's start with this. 2 gets that to 4. That kills that one. Let's see. Let's attack with this one. Good. Whatever he's got doesn't seem like it's a worthwhile counter spell. Alright, next turn. Go ahead and attack the face. In the turn. Poison blade, man, I can just, every time I use my hero power that thing up. Which really means it's not gonna get that more powerful. Let's see.
Want a deal?
Summon this guy. Now, how do we want to do this? Let's use this one and this one. See if that activates the secret. No, it doesn't. So we'll
here we go.
This. And we'll attack with this and get another coin. And then we'll attack with this. And we'll attack with that. Well, he's not even gonna let me finish. Come on, I had so much more I could have done. I like this deck. Alright, let's play with Druid because now we are dangerously close to a short episode. Man, I just called it episode again. Man. One of the things I would love on my channel is if people would go in there and just, like, every video I make do silly counts. Like, logging things is like, he said, and he said, this many times, or he called himself an idiot this many times, or in this episode, a horse danced on his front two legs, which is one of the Witcher episodes. If those were in the comments, it might be a lot easier to find those things and try when I start thinking about making a new intro video, which I've taken my old intro video off right now. I'm not sure we're going to get back to making a new one anytime soon. It takes real production work and real polish, and I don't have the time or the software or the ability even to do that. I would love if somebody else made my intro, just no questions asked how you got those videos. And if you don't know, that there are websites that will download YouTube videos. And I don't mind if people downloaded them as long as they're not downloading them and posting them up as their own, trying to get views off of my hard work. But
one day I'll be a real
and
knight.
it really wouldn't matter if somebody remixed me to just look as dumb as possible. I think that would be pretty funny, actually. If generally speaking, unless you feel like you've gone too far and it's just going to straight on personal attacks, it would be fine with me. Or I'll let you know if it's not fine. But I have thick skin, and I might use it as an intro. Let's see. Gain +1 attack. Alright, so we'll use these two to get rid of this guy. Attack here, attack here, and end the turn. We can put another lowly squire out, and then an anodized robo-cub. My intro has been wrong it was still up for a long, but it's been wrong for a long time.
One day I'll be a real knight.
I just took it off.
But
you still get
Give that minion a turn
a
to get ready.
better experience if you subscribe on YouTube. If you've never subscribed to anything, if you subscribe, it starts telling you what my recent videos are on my page. If you go back and check it, and then even better, when you go to your subscriptions feed, you can see those things a lot easier. Alright. Get that even more powerful.
We're using real swords. We're using real swords.
For the wild.
Yeah, this is a little too long. We're using real swords. It's a little too long. Yeah, to say all that. These guys are getting powered up mostly by his ineptitude on just not being able to keep anything on the field. It looks like we might have a short episode here, which is fine. If I have short episodes of Hearthstone, go watch my other videos. They are now getting very consistent to 30 minutes, and if you watch the older ones, they'll be longer, but not by much. Okay, we don't want to play this yet. So, choose this, and we'll choose this. There's no reason to use our hero ability. So we'll do this
For the
instead.
wild.
And end the turn. I dare somebody to post on any of my videos that they've watched every single thing I've posted and they want more, or none of it was interesting. And I mean, I dare you, go watch
Let me
1,000
change your
videos of between 30 minutes to an hour, and then come back and say none of it was interesting. If you did that, one, I'd kind of laugh because that is about the most scientific thought uh, you could possibly have. It's like, I can't be sure I like this guy until I see everything he's done. But this is also about the most OCD thing you could do. It's not realistic at all. I wouldn't watch anybody else's thousands of videos, over 1,000 videos, before I said I didn't like him. I'd watch maybe one, uh, maybe 100 at most. If there was a real passion for disliking him, I might watch his videos, or her videos. But I'm certainly not gonna spend that much time on it. Alright. Well, gee, I don't know what to do here. We could attack him, and then do 5, and then do 3 to the face, and I guess that's what I need to do. Now, this guy will die, but it'll get rid of him. Of course, my videos could be better, undoubtedly. I wish it was as easy as just, since I've done 1,000 of them, I was a perfect speaker and I didn't say and have long breaks. And I think I noticed them a lot more than any regular person would.
For the wild.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it really is the fact that people who are on the radio and sound perfect on live broadcasts got to that over years of experience, or if it's the case that people who got those jobs and kept those jobs had a natural ability. Personally, I think my experience with talking is about as low as you possibly could be. I didn't talk much as a kid, even before kindergarten. I didn't talk much at school, so probably pretty deficient in that level of skill. There's 3. Let's go ahead and get rid of this character.
Ready, sir.
So he could attack this guy to kill him, or this one could attack this one, and that's more likely. This one could attack the face, or this one. If he doesn't attack either one of these, then I can get this to a 7 and a 4, that's 11, plus 2 for this here would be 13, and then one more would be 14. So now if I played Savage War and just give 3 to this.
For the wild.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack this guy anyways and damage him. So probably gonna attack here and kill this one, and then attack with that one would be my guess. We're up to 1100 something gold. I wish the gold would stay on the screen, or there's really no reason for it not to show here. It's not like there is anything here anyways. Okay, Savage Roar, Savage Roar. What would that do? Well, this is gonna do two, massive amount of damage to us anyways. So let's just kill this guy. Get rid of him. He's got to do 3 extra damage on top of this one to win this turn.
Magic detected.
Probably can. There's 2. Then heal. He'll get me down to 1. And then this doesn't work in the turn. Dragon Hawk Rider. Isn't a pirate or a dragon.
How many fingers do you see?
Interesting. I can't see the picture.
My apologies.
See, there should be like, I think they're eventually going to get to a paladin class. But if they did get to a paladin class, then everything, half the cards in the grand tournament would have been classified as a paladin class. Or a jouster class or something. There's definitely squires and things with squires in their name. They've got to decide whether they want to have cards that say on their instructions, summon any kind of squire from your deck, and then you pick anything with squire in its name, which they really haven't done too much of that, but I think they have done it maybe once. I mean, well, they do it for pirates, but it's labeled a pirate instead of pirate in the name. Magic, in particular, has cards that say if something has something in its name, you can do this, and it gets real confusing. And I think that's what they're trying to avoid. But then they're slowly going to be labeling things more and more. The minions, I don't think there probably will always be a good percentage of minions that aren't labeled anything, but I think they're gonna retroactively start labeling things. Like dealers and thieves and ninjas. We've seen those kinds of things already. So I could take 6 to my face. This.
Here we
Take
go.
3 to my face now. Yeah. Good move. Good move. Almost missed that move. I also need suggestions on like what art style really fits me. Right now, I've tried a very dark, just abstract art style originally for one logo, and then after that my artist made a oh, I don't even know what you call it, just a neon colorful art style
Here we go.
would be most accurate. But I'm not sure what kind of art style people want. There's some definite rules to like what thumbnails and logos should look like. It should be very simple. If you see a lot of people with their logos, it's just like the first letter of their name for their watermarks and logos. That's because it's probably going to be real small on a lot of screens. And for all of that, you need to make it simple. Whenever you summon a pirate, gain stealth.
the spot.
Let's see. How do we want to do this? We'll do
Scurvy
this
dog.
Here we
and
go.
this. And then the turn. So I don't know about that. It probably needs to be lighter and not dark. The whole black background dark thing doesn't seem to be used very often, and I think it stands out probably in the wrong way. But maybe it stands out in the absolute right way.
Feed the fish, land lover.
You win this one.
Oh, come on. Jeez, these people aren't letting me win at all. Well done, but since we're trying to get gold anyways, let's play for a little bit. Let's play one more game. Then we'll do four. That'll be 4 games instead of 5. And we'll open the packs and look at those. It's only been 21 minutes on this episode. I am, when I'm not feeling like recording, coming back to Hearthstone and sort of playing, sort of just seeing if I can get other people to concede
For Doomhammer, I must protect
quickly.
the wild.
There was definitely a lot of trouble trying to play the Grand Tournament the day it came out too. That was pretty bad for me as a YouTuber in particular, since I have to get in the dumb game to record the videos, and otherwise I'm going to put out a video one day that just says, well, the Grand Tournament's here if you can log in, but I can't log in, so here's no footage whatsoever. Or here's footage of me just trying to load the program and it's saying, nope, can't do it. And so that wouldn't be any fun to do something like that.
One day, I'll be a real knight.
But I haven't had that problem on any other day. So like as soon as the next day came and all the hype died down, the servers handled it just fine. And who knows if it was really because too many people are trying to get on, or if it was something else, like perhaps their update in particular had a
We're
bug in it.
using real swords.
For the wild.
So we'll never know unless somebody comes in and explains it. Oh yes, I recently just saw a news story of how somebody was throwing like a Pokemon themed party at, I think, PAX, which, oh yeah, by the way, I didn't go to PAX and have no intention to probably go to any of those ever, but maybe at some point in the future people would convince me to go, but right now, no. Deal 2 damage or summon 2 1/1 saplings. Deal 2 damage to this guy.
For the wild.
Use this.
We're using real swords.
So the Pokemon Company, which is basically a subsidiary of Nintendo, sued them. So if you ever wondered why I don't cover Nintendo games,
One
it's
day,
because
I'll be a real knight.
they have a very Japanese style of how they protect their copyright overzealously, in my opinion.
We're using real swords.
For the
And
wild.
it's just more example of that. Yeah. I assume the story, I didn't really read it, but I assume the story went that the people who were throwing this party were either very high profile or went to Nintendo or the Pokemon Company and asked for permission, and and they probably didn't get a response back, or they got a response back that said no, and they decided to do it anyways, and then they sued. And I don't know if it's it may very well come out that they didn't really sue at all. They just threatened a lawsuit or send a cease and desist. To actually sue is a very extreme move for anybody in the United States. It's a pretty extreme move to actually sue. So we want to do this, and then what? Let's give this one this, and then
We're using
attack this,
We're
and
using
we'll attack
real
this,
swords.
For the wild.
and attack this, and end the turn. And it's a real shame because I would cover Nintendo games. If they weren't like that, I would probably cover quite a lot. It would be a great excuse to go back and play like Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario Brothers 3 or 2, like some of the really old ones, or even like Super Mario 64, which isn't even that old, or some of the ones I haven't even played, like Galaxy 2, because I pretty much haven't played anything after Galaxy, and I barely even played Galaxy. Let's see, this,
Greetings from beyond the grave.
and then this, this,
You win this one.
Well, they just don't let me win. I'm getting some nice victories here. Let's just do it again. Let's just keep this victory train going. We'll do 5 games. Why not? I definitely want to play Bayonetta 2. Now that's technically a Sega game, but it was co-funded and only released on the Wii U. So would Sega ever spew out, and I do mean spew because it probably would not put much effort into it, a PC port of Bayonetta 2? I kind of wish they would, even if it isn't great.
Your soul
But
shall
honestly,
be
if they put some
mine.
effort into it,
Watch
it would probably be
your
really
back.
good and the best platform for it, because if it runs nicely on a Wii U, it almost certainly is going to run excellently on something else. So I'm gonna try to get the ship's cannon out and then start summoning some of these pirates. In return, seems like a pretty good starting hand. Let's see. Has charge if you have a weapon equipped. Gain the attack if you have a weapon. Other pirates. Well, this one's gonna just gain the attack. Let's just do this, and then this, and attack with this, and end the turn. He's at 22 versus 30 second turn. Next turn I could do this, and it will give +1/1 to all the pirates. Let's see. Is that worth it to give it an upgrade? I think it is.
That's the pirate's code.
Attack this, attack this. He's at 18 to 30 on the third turn. I'm not sure how much of my deck rebuilds and their success that they've shown so far, which is pretty impressive to me, is actually to the fact that we had got a bunch of cards through the grand tournament or if it's more to the fact that we just finally spent the time to uh, to rebuild our decks, and we hadn't done that in a long time. Okay, so this is 6, plus that would be 8, plus that would be 9. Okay, so we attack this, and then we summon this, and then we attack this, and we play this, attack here, attack here,
Here we go.
and attack there. So we are at 4 to 25 turn 5. I can do 4 damage as long as he can't kill this stealth guy. And I could do 3 damage unless he can destroy my weapon. And by the way, if he even killed the stealth guy, he would also have to kill these two. Okay, that gets him to 7. Still have enough to win. Okay. So we attack.
This time.
Oh, these people don't even let me finish anymore. I've so overwhelmed them. Well, that's great news. So we're at 1260 gold, too, and we got a couple packs, so let's celebrate and open these packs. Still haven't figured out what the key is to open these packs faster. I don't see the real point of opening 50 packs and having a video of it, but I'll be darned if people didn't watch it, so I'll do it next expansion. Look at that, the same 2 cards even in the pack. I think I probably have 2 of all of those already. I think more and more we're going to run into that case. In fact, it may get very much to the point where we have all the neutral cards and we'll be getting, no, not neutral cards, classic cards. That was the one video that didn't really get many views, is the Grand Tournament new neutral cards. Everybody searched for new Druid and Paladin and all the other classes, but neutral didn't. People weren't searching that phrase, I suppose. So, of the 10 cards I got, 8 of which were duplicates. Disenchant that for dust. We have 300. So let's go into crafting mode and start on the neutral and look and see if we can make anything. We don't even have things like this. This is soulbound. Are we in crafting mode? No, we're not. It would help if we were in crafting mode. So here's a classic legendary. Here's a classic rare. It'll be blue if we can craft it. We've got some legendaries we're seeing, but here we go. Grand Tournament Saboteur. Your hero power cost 5 more. Next turn. I don't think this one's worth it, but it may get down to it where we start doing just the Grand Tournament regulars, because it's looking like we don't have any more classic commons or whatever the one above commons are. The really common ones that are gold are, let's see, there's rare, there's epic, and there's legendary, I think. Commons are like 40 to make, and then rares are 100, I believe. Epic is 400. and legendary is 1600. And we have 300 now, and we just went through all the neutral cards, and there are no more 100s. Here's the classic for 100. Let's just start it. We're going down this path. We're going to start creating cards that are for specific classes. Just unlock them as we get them. I have another 100, and here's a Goblins vs. Gnomes one. I might as well also be searching, trying to get Goblins vs. Gnomes cards too, because I'm gonna get the 100s definitely before I start going to 400s. So there's one 100 there, and we could. These are commons. These are rares. Yeah, we're as far as neutral cards, we're done with rare cards, and there's no more rare cards to get. If I have a choice of packs, I guess I would want Goblins vs. Gnomes, just because that pack has a lot less cards than I bet the classic decks do. Although the Grand Tournament, I think, has even less cards than Goblins vs. Gnomes expansion, so it'd probably be best. If you're just trying to get dust, and you were going to spend 100 gold, my guess is it would be best to buy the Grand Tournament right now. Because once you have a complete collection of the Grand Tournament, since there's less cards, you have higher chance of getting duplicates, higher chance of getting legendaries because there's less other cards to compete with. So, of your pick, if you have no reason that you're actually shooting for Classic, which I still kind of am, and Goblins vs. Gnomes, which I'm still kind of doing, yeah, go for the Grand Tournament. So, when we look at Goblins vs. Gnomes in crafting mode, there's still quite a lot of cards that need to be crafted, but they're all 400 dust or more, and you'd much want to rather have them be given to you in packs than crafting them. Now when we look at the Grand Tournament, it's a little bit less already. It's a little bit less already. So I think we'll probably find we have a complete Grand Tournament collection before any of the others, but it's still going to be a journey getting things that are legendaries, if we get to the point where we're just crafting legendaries. And compared to Classic, when we go to Classic cards here, there's still a lot. Even though there was a lot to start with in the Classic collections, of course, there's still a lot to be gotten. Not as much as there was a few months ago, before we started really working to get more cards. But yeah, we've got some holes, and once you start getting to these high legendary things, these holes need to be filled. Now you can have more than one legendary in your deck, right? Or can you not? I don't know, that's an interesting question. I think you can have more than one legendary, but I might be misthinking about that. Anywho, that's enough stalling for today. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click and make a donation, And please follow and friend me on all the social media sites that I'm on. There's a whole bunch of links down in the description. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.